Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Todd with Trader on the Street. We're going to do kind of a reverse look at this basic HMA setup, this trading strategy that we have here. We're using a couple of different indicators that I want you guys to really make sure that you to learn how to use. We're using the HMA and we're using the MACD histogram here, and we're going to rebuild this to kind of show you what we're looking at when we're setting it up and how we are going to make this work. This is a strategy that can be used on any time frame. It's one that focuses in on what the direction of the market is doing and how we can use that direction to help us with being able to look at entries and exits for our trades. So to begin, let's jump in and take a look at what is going on here. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to go to my indicators, and this will show you what the indicators look like. We got the whole moving average, HMA 200. We've got a MACD that's double the normal to 24.5218, and we've got the whole moving average set at 10. So we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to delete these so that we can pull them up and you can see how that works and how we set that up. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to our indicators and we're going to pull up the HMA just right down here. We're going to put the 200 HMA on this, and we can go to the advanced settings. We can go to series, and we can make this look different if we want to do that. This HMA, we're going to make the width maybe a little bit wider here. So we'll go to a 4, and we'll do it on both of them so that we got both of those set up at the same width. And then we can click OK. And then voila, we got this on here. This is the 200 HMA set to a width of 4. Now, if you're using a different charting platform, these are still available. You just need to make sure that you learn how to add those. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add a second HMA. And we're going to just make this one a 10. We're going to keep this one a little bit smaller so that it's not so thick. And that's going to help us identify where we're going to be getting into the trades. And now the other one that we're going to look at is the MACD. So we'll go to MACD. We use the histogram. So we're going to just double this. We're going to take 12, make it 24, 9, make it 18, and 26, make it 52. And then we're going to go to the advanced section here. Again, we're going to go to series, and we're going to just thicken this up here. We've got a signal line on here that we're going to get rid of. So let's go ahead and thicken this up. We'll put it at a 5, and then the signal line we want to just get rid of. And so we're going to go to the color, and we're going to take this A and make it 0 so that it's 0%. It's not going to be seen on there. Otherwise, we got this line, which is not a big deal, but we're really looking at the histogram here to help us see what we want to see. Okay, so a couple of rules here that I think are really interesting when we are looking at trading this particular setup. We want to have the 200 HMA and the MACD in alignment with each other. And so I'm going to draw a couple of lines on here. These are just vertical lines at the point where the HMA turns red. And basically the colors here are simple. If it's red, it means there's more bearish pressure. If it's blue, there's more bullish pressure, or it's going to go up. So we can see where this started to move down. Now what we want to do is we want to make sure that we get a confirmation with the MACD down here. And we want this to be below the 0 level. And so we can draw a line on here if we want and put that right at 0 or close to it. And we can look for when it goes below this. So I'm just going to highlight this, and you can see that the MACD 24.5218 is positive. We're looking for the time where it goes negative, which is right there, and the rest of these then become negative. So on this one right here, we're negative. So we're going to put a little line on this one also, and you can see that it's actually a candle later than this, but we want this to confirm. So once one sets up, we're waiting for the other one to set up for confirmation also. Now we could look and see when this changes. You can see that we turn blue right in here, and we jump above the zero line right in here also. So during this entire time, and this is an hourly chart, again, it could be done on any chart. During this entire time, we have a bearish setup. Now let me just make sure that we don't have it drops below. Yeah, so these are all below zero. Make sure that's right at zero there. And so our mindset, our trading should be, we're going to be trading this to the downside, or we're going to be shorting this. So we could do a couple things. We could say, I'm going to go in and I'm going to enter in. We'll put a circle right here on this one when we get the confirmation. So if we would have entered into this at this point, this dropped down, it hit a low of about 100 pips, and where it changed back to blue is about 64 pips. So that's about a 64 pip move that that we're looking at for this this particular setup. I'm going to zoom in on this a little bit more. Now, the secondary entry, so that would be a primary entry where we're looking to capture a bigger move. The secondary entry, and I'll put boxes on this, are when we have the 10 HMA go from blue to red. So we're looking for the times where we get a blue HMA turning red on the 10. And you can see that we're in this area and also in this area. Now, if we were to look for just 10 pips on this, and I'm going to put a box here just so that we can kind of see what 10 pips looks like. Let's measure this. So we'll go here to, that's 30 pips right there. So if we go to right here, we're looking at this, and maybe this is going to be close to 10. So that's about 10 pips. So what we're looking at here is we're looking at any time that it moves from our entry down 10 pips. This obviously moved 10 pips there. We got in right there. It moved 10 pips. Moved 10 pips there. This one, it moved 10 pips, but it wasn't until right there. 10 pips there. This one turned red here. 10 pips and 10 pips. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades where we made 10 pips. So that's 60 pips, plus we would have made 60 pips on this move down. Now, I'm picking an area where I had it move a pretty strong down move, but if we look at the rest of these and we say, okay, well, what would happen? Where would my buy signals be? I'm going to put arrows on here. We would have had a buy really right in here. In here, we'd have had a buy in here. We would have had a buy in here. And if we look at those buy points, is it possible that we could have made 5 or 10 pips? Again, if we're scalping, we could do that. Blue HMA, MACD's above the zero line, and looking for the 10 HMA to turn to a blue color. When it's red like this, we're looking for a short. Well, you can see here that we never had a short set up on here. There wasn't there. Here, when we turned blue, the MACD was above blue. We had a buy right here when the 10 red turned to a blue 10 HMA. And then we've been red here, and so we've got really 2 areas where we would have gone short. Red HMA below the zero line on the MACD, turned red on the 10 HMA there, and it turned turned down right there. So this is a great basic strategy to look at trend direction, where the market is bullish or bearish, and then looking for a shorter term indicator to help us identify when to get in. If we wanted to look at this on a shorter time period, and let's say that we went down to a 5-minute chart, we could do the same thing. The rules would be exactly the same. If this is red, then I'm looking to short. If it's blue, I'm looking for opportunities to go long in the trade. So take some time to review that. It's a great starting point to work on a strategy. Of course, you want to know where you're placing your stops and your targets, and that'll depend on the pair that you're trading and also the time period that you're looking at. So take some time to review that, and we'll look forward to talking to you in our next video.